It's the Cable
A little Mana Crypt action, huh? A little Mana Crypt never hurt anybody. Never, never ended my longest win streak, lifetime, or anything. Hey, Untouched Marlin, thanks for 79 months there. Good second pick of Workshop here. Starting Mana Crypt. Oh, maybe you take Cannoneer over Workshop. I don't think so. I think you take the Workshop. Yeah, starting Mana Crypt, I'm leaning Workshop or Athari. Something that can like really make use of that burst of mana. I value Bowmasters very highly. Not really what you're getting into with Mana Crypt Workshops. Gross, eh? The best card in the pack is Sky's Cradle. We're just like really not doing that. Good though. Alright. Yeah, Bowmaster's giving a couple of critters for the cradle is kind of nice. I like Chrome Mox more than most people. That Arcfiend has impressed me though. I've dug it so far. I might just grab it here. Try and cut my lane, whatever my lane is. Yeah, Mr. Gibbons. Arcfiend is good if you can madness it real easy. I don't think we're going to end up with a deck like that. Just going to grab an elf. Am I ready to rock? I might be. I'm also prepared to salute those who are ready to rock. I'm Merry Sneezins to you as well, Mean Bean. In this cube, I do lean blue-white, Jake Torborg. There's more white artifacts and artifact producers than there are in other colors. And the sweepers that are in white, especially Balance, play very well with the artifact decks. And then you're in one of the Thopter Foundry colors. You have access to Enlightened Tutor. There are other cubes, potentially even vintage cubes, where red's a better supporting color for artifacts, though. When you've got, like, Goblin Welder stuff in there. If I considered being Arcfiend Tribal. I mean, if I get the fucking Demon Enchantment, I will be, right? That enchantment impressed me last time I played it. Grist, the reason for the season. Grist is a very festive planeswalker. It's like basically Santa, right? Like a red base with some like white fluffiness going on. The two cards that really stand out to me here are Recurring Nightmare and Titania. If you grabbed that Strip Mine earlier, it'd be on Titania, right? But we took Bowmasters instead. Let's grab this Recurring Nightmare. It's really good with Grist. Cannoneer did wheel. It didn't look like artifacts were open, but Cannoneer did wheel. YouTube Autos Play is having a day. We went from folk to like stoner rock or typical rock, dad rock, into funk. That's a hell of a 1, 2, 3 there. All songs I like though. We spring heart and Tukuing. Is that what we're doing? Is this Nissa a bit wimpy? Oh, just a little slow. Certainly powerful. Only so many 5+ drops you can fit in your deck, right? The other 5-mana Nissa is better with Bill, too. So you typically, when I'm doing like the green aggro, green mid-range thing, I prefer that one. But this one has their spots. Might play her here. I like this Nentugu with Cradle Hum. Really good way to juice that up. We got a couple cards worth copying here, too. Arcfiend, Bowmasters. Looking at Clamp. Yeah, let's take Clamp. Try and wheel Yavimaya, maybe. You hope Jacked Rabbit wheels for Cradle. You're trying to add colors here? I'm trying to find fixing. Right now we are 2 colors, base green, and our mana is bad. Ooh. What's more important, Ignoble Hierarch or Overgrown Tomb? I'm gonna take the Hierarch. This Ursine would actually be pretty good with Mana Crypt, huh? Just turn 1 fucking Bear Mutant. Valid, Spawn. Valid. Yeah, Jacked Rabbit has that that fun intersection of like just being like delightfully hilarious and then also being quite good. Pest Infestation is indeed in this cube. Raphaelos is not in this cube. Unless it got re-added. I don't remember. Looking at Umazawa's, looking at Fnatic Aronos. Maybe Metamorphosis Fnatic's D's here. Yeah, I don't know. Urza Saga's not crazy. Goes and finds Mana Crypt. I feel like I'm supposed to be taking Questing Beast. This Overlord kind of works, though, right? Kind of works with the Recurring Nightmare and such. Yeah, let's play whatever this is. I fucking hate that crab. Might just take Tracker here. Crab is a good one for Recurring Nightmare, though, and it's like kind of castable, which is sort of what we want, right? That or a Grave Titan or something. Hey, Reclaimer's pretty decent. Should rub that there Cradle there. It just stocks your graveyard the first time you do it, Disgruntled Gamer. I'm not trying to loop Overlord. Come on. I'm gonna grab Oddity over Exhume. Oddity's pretty good with Cradle. Very easy to flip. Could turn to it with this Crypt pretty easy. Hey, the Yavimaya came back. I expected it to, but it's still nice to see. Our Squadron. What are you talking about, Mother? Hey, the Monstrosity came back. Nice. Oh, you're also trying to get me to add white to this? Little King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Yeah, Bill and Shieldred, I think, are both first pickable. I'm going to take the Shieldred here. God, with Shieldred and Bowmaster, I put a Memory Jar in this deck. We do have the Nissa Yavimaya combo for even bigger overruns. Yeah, right? Splash some wheel effects. That's a little bit more tempting to me than just like splashing random white creatures. Hell yeah, Red God. So if we'd gone for Dark Depths, we would have gotten it. I'm going to take the Demonic Tutor. I really do want some fixing, though. The Blooming Marsh is very tempting here. Ooh. Yeah, Noble Hierarch's great. It's like not a better fixer than Fintorn Elves in this deck, though. I think I'm just going to grab this Blood-Stained Mire. And hopefully we find the Bayou. Deck looks sick. Yeah, it's coming together, Very light on interaction. You think Bayou was early pack 2? I know we saw Overgrown Tomb, early pack 2. Kind of hate the Entomb here with just Recurring Nightmare. Might grab like one more thing for it. We're also not reanimating anything especially interesting, right? Just the crab. Think about just grabbing some removal spell. A lot of good on earth targets. There's another fetch. Well, there's some kind of Swamp Forest, huh? I guess I'm grabbing that, huh? With 2 fetches. When desperate for good mana, break glass sort of deal. I've been really happy with that Deathclaw. It's a shame to pass it here. Yeah, I don't love any of this. The Guardian's kind of okay. I think I like it over Apprentice. City of Traders is almost interesting. Yeah, what's this doing? Just replacing Endurance? I guess it gives me some clampables. It's kind of nice. Old Graveyard Hate. I'm into it. Bill came back. Those fetches looking a lot better, huh? Those fetches looking a little better. Caldera Guardian is pretty much always playable, Nicole. Just fillerish. Actually, I'll cut the fungus, Kind of funny to clamp the fungus and then sack to disenchant something, though. Yeah, I don't think I want 2 comes to play tap lands in my deck in regards to Commercial District. Don't think that's what I want to do. I guess Endurance is going to be sideboard. Yeah, some good old landfall mid-range here. Is Nightmare even good here? It is, yeah. Kind of a ridiculous ass question. Maybe I'll just cut the Edict. It's like 10-ish green. 8-ish black. Well, that's about right, They mulled to Oblivion. Yeah, they mulled to 5 and then scooped. Wish you what up? Hey, Dragon Bear 1982. Thanks to the sod. Thanks to the 36 months there. The 3 years. I think our only answer to Lelia is Grist, actually. They've got Fractured Identity in their deck? I might be understanding the Mull to Oblivion concede now. Y'all see that? I don't think it's a tough choice. I would have taken the Recurring Nightmare. Probably doesn't matter very much. If only we were under slightly less pressure, It's pretty good. I think I'm supposed to go to 1 here. They found a Valky. That's annoying. Yeah, we're a mana short because they killed my Bill. We're a mana short of looping the Recurring Nightmare twice. Shieldred's close too. Yeah, so you can sack Recurring Nightmare. Get back Caldera. I was hoping to get back Caldera and then sack Caldera and just like get a bunch of blockers into play that way. I think I'm just dead now. Acceptable. I guess the Citizen was supposed to chump last turn. Let's go ahead and cut Nissa. Bring in a little bit of removal, huh? Like any removal at all? Hell yeah, Thorg. That was a pretty reasonable run, yeah. These fucking openers, huh? We've got like 10 green sources, 8 black sources, and then a bunch of mana dorks to help fix. And we just keep on getting these. Alright, yeah. Go to fucking 5 again. Nice. Rough. Almost worth sandbagging lands in case we rip Tyler's Tracker here. Yeah, I think I should. There's a Tyler's Tracker and there's Bill, Dope Smokery, do you have the right chat room? The right window there. Falky down as Goblin Piker. Well, there's a fucking Moldifor, I guess. Suppose. Hey, Chop, thanks for the 80 months there. The Octogenarian Sub Club. Aw, yeah. You think a Mull to 5 on the play has around a 17% win rate? What are you pulling that from, though, Jesse Jace? Well, that's not true in every format, right? Like, are you going from, like, a limited... You can't just, like, apply limited win rates to Vintage Cube, right? This is a format with, like, balance and, like, draw 7s and stuff. I'd imagine that the win rate on Mulls to Oblivion are way higher. Hey, Ozkiss, thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 3 months there. Some hot QB on QB action. I was hoping this would be getting the Triome. Could still. Kind of straining a couple double black cards with that fetch. Yeah, I really liked Springheart in my my Cradle decks. And And this deck has Cradle and Skull Clamp, right? There's a pretty reasonable chance that it gets to do the thing. I'm going to bring in Mastery again. I don't think you cut Fanatic of Ronos in this matchup, though. I'll just cut Guardian. It's a little mid-rangey. I think people are going to be going over the top of each other. Oh shit, what up? Hey, the Shaq thinks the sub. Excuse me. Hey, that's helpful, huh? Our best draw there would have been Mana Crypt. We could have turned one Bowmastered their Noble and ran out the Clamp. This is good, though. So Grist could answer the 6. I think I'd rather... And that way, when I play Grist next turn, I won't have to sack the birds, right? I can sack that Orc Army token. We're still slowing them down a little bit. I don't think there's any flash creatures for 2 green. I think they're all white. Kind of wonder why they didn't bring back the Noble. I guess they just didn't have the mana. Oh, maybe I should have sacked Bowmaster there. Potentially rebuy with Nightmare. Meh. QB is a good answer here. Guess I should have gotten the Tri-Land out, huh? I had an extra mana at the end of that. May have mana screwed myself a little bit there. Happy Solstice to you as well, fishing for chicken. This is helpful. So it's a 7/7, but just on my turn, and it has to attack. So on our turn, we're going to play out this Overlord, and hopefully that'll gum up the works a little bit for our opponent here while we get our own clock going. Very close to being able to rebuy Bowmasters and then rebuy Grist and have sack fodder for Grist. Sure. Bear down. Bear down for midterms. I could just rebuy the Orcs, huh? Maybe that's good. I wish I knew if I was drawing a land next turn or not, because then I could Spring Heart into MTGO. Good afternoon to you as well, Den Cake. Block, I block. I block your creature, and it dies. Bad attack. Don't do it. Uh-oh. Brutal. So you can Recurring Nightmare back Grist. But then Grist is just upticking. Could Reclaimer and put a clamp on it. Kind of hate it. So you have infinite value, but that's not that good when you're at 6 with a Mana Crypt in play, right? And our best way of speeding up our draw is that Guy's Cradle that's in our graveyard. So we'll see. Oh, you want to be a sick rip? The fucking Reanimator critter that gives the other thing lifelink. Totally reasonable attack. Give me 1 Mana Crypt flip instead of 2 here. It's very uptick. Interesting. I thought for sure they would tuck the Grist there. Maybe they've got another counter here for me. Triflin, thanks for gifting some subs. Congratulations to Olsen34 and to Forever at Dork. Congrats, folks. Bowmaster, Fanatic of Ronas, so this Overlord, The Overlord gets me closer to the lifelink critter, We do only have 13 cards in our library. And we'd be chewing through, what, 7 of those? Mill 4 cards, 6 of those. Gross. Well, another couple cards might have helped out a little bit there, huh? Let me play one of these Mana Dorks. Open things up a little bit for the Caleb. I don't know if I can overstate how much better this deck plays when I've got a Guy's Cradle in play. Recurring Nightmare should be able to rebuy lands, that's what I think. Now they're tucking the Grist, sure. Boo. Looks like I wasn't getting anything interesting anyway. Yeah, not finding Crab or Metamorphosis was pretty rough. I think both of those would have been pretty good recurring Nightmare targets that game, Would have been pretty helpful. Maybe even Shieldred, A few different sources of life gain in there. I think this is good. Yeah, Shieldred's Edict and the Guardian are the two that look like kind of interesting against them, but I don't think they're better than any of these. What the fuck are you talking about, is a term? That is reasonable. You ask once every month for me to get a Labrador and a camp for it? Sure. Well, I still do not have a Labrador. Pretty happy with that decision. Don't have to clean up any dookie and whatnot. I do have a camera, though. Yeah, halfway there. Nothing, Oh, Sir Barrington cleans up his own poop. That bear's a fucking knight. And knights famously We're self-sufficient creatures that always took care of themselves. I'm going to clamp before I attack. I'm not sure if I want to activate Reclaimer here or not. Suppose not. Get my card drawing while the drawing's good, Would Sir Barrington play nice with Labrador? That's actually the sad truth, and Lars. I have, every time it's been requested that I get a Labrador, every single time I've actually gone out and gotten one because I'm a big softie, right? And every time Sir Barrington has a real nice snack that day. Did I mention that it's Sir Barrington that keeps on requesting that I get a Labrador? This fucking Triumph was a Bayou, This draw would be a lot sexier. Turn 1 Dork, turn 2 Bill, fetch. I mean, I could just draw an untapped green here. Let me save the fetch. What would you change about it, MTGOs? I have been dazered. Yeah, I could have gotten Bristly Bill back here before my land drop. I think keeping all my mana dorks makes sense for now. Sure. And that will prevent me from getting the Nissa down this turn. But it's not a bad thing to recurring Nightmare back later. Stoneforge Mystic, eh? Shark getting in, sure. I feel like the first flip's always heads, except for that one. That one was just a tester. Hello, I would like my cards to resolve, please. Well, at least I lost 2, You got it. Hey, Bo Daddy Flex, thanks for 22 months there. A happy Cube Miss to you as well. So this isn't going bad. There's a little bit of play back and forth. This is the first game, right? First game of the finals. Correct, Skatera. Shielded is pretty good. I thought about hitting their 4-4 so that Shieldred could attack last turn, but I think making 8-8 is just so much better. Gives us a little bit more kill pressure, I think. Well, that's a good answer to an 8-8, though. Both going there, Letting this get a whole lot less impressive here. We would have gotten face if we didn't. We would have died if we didn't block Mother of Goons. We can obviously do different things if the opponent makes different plays, right? Yeah, but it was very limited this time, Red Scorpion. It was just for a couple of days, and it was just best of one. I guess the other incubator token can double block Shieldred. Maybe that's okay. I just get back to Shieldred. Alright, how are we doing this? Yeah, that's enough. Unless something weird happens here. Wondering if I should run out this recurring nightmare, have like one more blocker up. You know? I think I'd chill on it. I think I just pass. Kind of a close game, huh? Put into 3 here. Would have been cool if the Ursine had found me something to reanimate. Something juicy. Best rip here is probably Gaia's Cradle. So I have that untapped mana. Get like a Reclaimer activation in and double Bristly Bill activation. Fetch would be good too, of course. We'll see what they put in does, though. Very uptick. Land for turn. Land for turn. Shock. Jeez. Is this just wins? Are they just winsing me? No, they're moving the Kuldotha. That's clever. Giving me a chance to whiff on this Mana Crypt for the loss here. Just the coin flip, Fair enough. I mean, I do get to win on the crackback with this line, but it does give them a 50-50. If they think they're less than 50-50 to win any other way, something correct on their part. I don't really understand the shock, though, unless they just like have a burn spell for me and I'm just dead. That could be a tomb. Alright, Mana Crypt. Ooh. It's a little something, huh? Wow. What a game, huh? What a close fucking game. Opponent got a lot of use out of their shark. I think Baleful Mastery is just coming in yet again. Liberator's not crazy. Hell, Fungus isn't crazy. Fnatic popped off a little bit. Give me that big Gaia's Cradle-esque burst of mana. Hey, there's a reasonable looking opener, huh? Let's just fucking grist that thing. Losing the Noble Hierarch's a real bummer. And we could have, like, just tried to Baleful Mastery the 5/5 when they made it. But I feel like this just buys me a lot of time. Maybe the Mastery resolves, who knows? I really want to get these Bowmasters down, but I'm going to play the Fanatic. I do not think Baleful Mastering a Stoneforge Mystic would be fine at all, Decon. You're, like, still leaving the thing in their hand eventually. You're, like, not making them use resources. You're letting them draw a card. I think that's a lot worse than hitting the 5/5 once it's already down. Tutoring first before I uptick, because Grist does mill a card, right? It could naturally hit the Cradle. Don't want to give myself the 1 in 27 of goofing that up, Well, Baleful Mastery on the 5/5 would also keep the Hierarch deck on. That's the part that I'm contesting. I think Baleful Mastery is a defensible play, but I don't think you should be hitting the 1/2. Rotten Agenda! Thanks for gifting a sub to the great Patrick Mindy. Congrats, Patrick. Almost 5 drops should look pretty good in High Athens. But yeah, no, she's solid. Happy holidays. Happy holidays right back at you, Rotten. I do miss my Skull Clamp, I will say that. I'm going to sandbag my other stuff here in case of a sweeper. Not that a sweeper is amazing on this board, but can always respond with Bowmaster if we need to. Don't really need the ignoble mana. Pretty good place to be. Grist getting close to an alt. Nissa a couple turns away from an alt. Hello. 4 card types in the bin. Let's go ahead and attack before we do anything with our Grist and our Nissa. Just in case the opponent does some flash shenanigans. We want to like down tick Grist in our second main. Yeah, the Shifting Woodland can just become the Overlord to attack next turn. Fats Master with a $30 donation. Fats says, hey, Caleb, just wanted to wish you a happy holiday. Thanks for the entertainment this year. I appreciate that, Fats. Thanks for supporting. And a good holiday season to you and yours. Look at that. Look at that. First draft of the day. First trophy. Hey, Sneal, 27. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for 29 months there. 1 T Rofi, yeah.